Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to yet another video brought to you by Pioneer Powersports. This is Max signing in again, and we got this Sportscross 1000cc on our highlighted promotion for this summer 2025. Now we've been carrying this model for quite a while now, and we wanted to get into depth details of it. Comes in three major colors. We have the red plastics with the black frame right here. We got the white plastics with the blue frame, and it also comes in a limited black plastics with the orange frame on it. So alrighty, right off the bat, these are made by the top quality manufacturers, American Oats. Now if you've seen our work cross video, path cross video, or if you've checked one of the sports cross video before, this is the same unit. So we're making a second video dedicated to these machines right here. And if you guys have seen the Ravager 1000 models, those are the same units. They just renamed it as the Sportscross, part of the American Oats family. It's also carried by Trailmaster. Now that's the brand that everybody can vouch for. It's backed up by a year warranty that covers your parts and labor for the most part. That's with American Oats. All right, let's take a deeper look into it. So in this following video, we're going to discuss for A, power and performance on it, B, the durability and the protection that it comes with, number C, the off-road capabilities, D, utility and towing, E, comfort and convenience when it comes to the overall uses on this machine, and D, we're going to talk about the lighting and the visibility. So just looking at the front, you can literally tell these are well-designed machines. Comes with full-size wheels, nice LED bright lights, fully protected with the roll bar, nice hard doors on the side, racing style wheels with plenty of playroom for your suspension. So it is a long traveling suspension, and has all the heavy duty parts on it too. So let's start with the overall engine size. So these are 1000 cc's. You get about 85 horsepower, and just talking about the engine, these are fuel injected EFI with V-Twin in it. So just like a Harley motor, you get two cylinder heads that's attached in the motor. If I was to show it to you closely, actually it's center heavy because it's designed for like off-roading, mountaining and all of that. So once we take this console off, the engine is in the center, and I'm not sure if it's visible from this side, but you do get two cylinder heads that goes on this machine. So transmission wise, it's still an automatic machine with low drive, high drive, neutral, reverse and a park mode. So you get a shaft drive with a CVT transmission on it. So that is your shifter. You get low drive, that's for anything under 35 miles an hour, or if you're pulling something, towing something, definitely put it on low wheel drive. High drive for your regular uses, just like in a car. Neutral, a reverse, and the parking mode. So when it's on parking mode, you don't really need to put the brakes on, but you do have this emergency brake in the center, just like in the classic cars. Talking about the four-wheel drive option on it. So you do get a lock-in mode, and it's a limited slip edition since it's designed for sporty activities. You don't get that heavy lock-in. It's a limited slip, so it's going to be very easy for you to transit from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive. So just by pushing this button, you put it on four-wheel drive mode. You can see that on the screen as well. Once you slide it out, this yellow button, when it comes up, so that's your lock-in mode. Locks in those back wheels, gets it into four-wheel drive differential lock mode for any kind of rough terrain. So you're not getting stuck in any kind of mud, any kind of water, any kind of hills or anything like that. Has a speedometer on the screen. That's your four-wheel drive indicator. You can literally tell. So that's very well designed. And actually Oats makes the Zeus upgrade. They put it on so many of their machines, but as of now those are limited, and you can always take this whole console off, like these plastics and the screen, and replace it with the 6-inch TFT touchscreen on it as well. Many people have put aftermarket stuff. They've attached so many things, so you could always do your own upgrades and your own screen as well. Oh, sorry, almost turned it on. We're gonna do that later, guys. So that is that. Talking about your steering wheels, for A, these are pretty sporty looking. So it's very comfortable when it comes to driving this machine. Then once it's on, I mean, it's still easy to move the steering wheels even in park mode. But when it's on, you do get a electronic power steering, or that EPS, so it makes it super smooth and super easy to tackle those tough corners, especially with the lock-in mode. You don't want the steering wheels to be too tight. So compared to any other brands, like there's so many brands who make similar products that's priced around the same, and you get so much less power on it, and you're missing out on so many things. Like they ask you to build as an optional wheel, you get the regular rushable wheels right off the bat with Polaris, Can-Ams, or many other brands, which are the part of F7 team. And the American Aodes Sportcross, this particular model, as a matter of fact. So this model is part of the F7 team till 2019. So they've been racing this model along with the BRP company, that's Can-Am and many other brands. You can literally look it up. Formula 7 racing, and that's for UTVs. You'll see how these models, like the Sportcross, has dominated the trails in Russian terrain, in Polish competition, mostly in European market. And that's your muffler right there. So talking about this muffler, you get the Two Brothers racing muffler in it. So that's pretty loud. You get a gigantic silencer pipe right here. It's connected from the center. So you get two pipes sticking into a single muffler. Just like our Motomorini bikes, except it's a different kind of muffler. So that is that when it comes to your power and overall performance on it. Talking about different terrains that you guys can take it on. Since it's a shaft-driven machine with the CVT, this can be used for any rock climbing, mountaineering. You can use it for off-road, any tracks, trails, farming, ranching. It comes with a non-dumpable bait, but you can still use it for utility purpose since you have that towing hitch capacity. You can add a towing hitch ball in the back right there. And already comes, just like any other American Aodes and any other 4x4 that we sell, already comes with that Ronva 3,500 pound nylon winch in the front as well. That's included, guys. So we're also throwing in the windshield. So it comes with that nice heavy duty windshield in the front, more like a quantum windshield. I'm going to talk more about it later on in this video. So let's talk about the durability and the protection that you get on this machine. So starting with your doors, these are pretty secured. You get a whole metal frame. I was feeling it. It's pretty sturdy, yet lightweight. Has the basic, easy to work on pull knob on the door. And slams in just like that. I tried it 3 times because I didn't push it hard enough. So talking about your metal frame, so these are all powder coated. With the blue and white, it's very easy to see. So you're not going to see any corrosion on it, any rust or anything like that. And your top is completely ABS proof. So it is designed for all kinds of heavy duty action and heavy duty trails. And in the front, you have this nice radiator. So it is a liquid cooled machine. I mean, anything over 560s and all, you do want to, especially with 4x4, you want to get the liquid cooled machine. You don't want to stall out just because the machine is overheating or whatnot. So this keeps it super cool. You do get a nice protection cover on it. Many models, especially with Can-Am and Polaris, not all of their machines come with that. With American Aodes, on this specific model, they haven't made any smaller motors yet. So 1000cc is the only option, and 2 doors or the 2 seats are the only option for this specific model. If you want to do like 5-seaters, a family crew, a cab, or something like that, you could always go with our Jungle Cross models, Work Cross models, and please check out the Work Cross model that shares the same genetics on the Super Sports with the Sports Cross that we have right here in the front. So yeah, I was telling you that the radiator has a full guard cover on it, so it's not gonna hit any bumps. Like, it's literally almost impossible to hit this thing from the side. And even if you do, you got this net cover just to make sure it's super sturdy. So that is that. I already told you about the winch that's included in the front. So it's a 3,500 pound winch that's rated to pull about 2,500 pounds. Just make sure it's on wheels if you're pulling that kind of weight. If it's a dead pulling on it, so that's something without wheels or anything like that, you can pull up to 1,600 to 1,900 pounds just to be on the safe side. And that is that. So your tongue weight is roughly about 610 pounds. So that's why if it's on a deadlift or dead pull on it, just make sure to keep it under 1,600. If it's on wheels, you can pull up to 2,500 pounds, 2,200 pounds pretty much. So it does come with a wireless remote for the winch, but right off the bat you can access it through the console in the front. Alright, so talking about the off-road capability. Now if you guys are into side-by-sides, if you know about the F7 racing, if you know about what I'm talking about, you probably know this is a fully capable machine for heavy-duty off-road action. We'll try to put some videos below. If not, feel free to check our website and many other places where people have tested this on an actual terrain, not just talk about it or not just brand it pretty good. It's been tested in competition level testing phases and tables. So in the back you get a cargo bed, so you can it's a pretty wide bed and it's pretty deep. You get even like spots right here where you can access the bungee cords and similar stuff to hold down your stuff in the back. So it's a sports model, so they didn't put a dump bed, so you cannot use it for regular utility purpose. If you need a dump bed, you can always go with our Work Cross or Jungle Cross series. Those still have 1,000 cc's or the 650 cc's as per your requirement, and has the dump bed with the same kind of horsepower, speed or whatnot. If you really use it for extreme off-road and extreme climbing or anything like that, keep it on the Sportscross 1,000 cc's. So that's the utility and the towing capacity on this machine. Talking about the comfort and the convenience. So this is pretty heavy duty, sits up pretty high. So just looking at your okay, I'll still talk more about the off-road capabilities. I'm sorry, I didn't mention so many stuff. So you get the V-lock suspension. If you know about the Massimo models, they do come with the same concept on it. So there's like two A-arms that goes in the front, just like a McPherson strut style. But with this triple tree, these are more heavy duty, and they've added so many balance arms on it. So that's going to be more of a V-lock style suspension, especially in the back. And just like any other Aodes product, you get grease points on your major movable parts. So this will keep it pretty new. Just make sure to use your grease gun and do many stuff. Pretty heavy duty suspension. Comes with a big spot for your compression. So it's already nitrously compressed. So you get nitrogen inside this machine, and you can use a spanner wrench to adjust it right there. Talking about the back, you get the same kind of heavy duty suspension with the same kind of nitrous compression that you can adjust. So that's pretty solid, and you can always tighten, like stiffen it out or soften it out with a spanner wrench in the back. So depending on what kind of terrain you're taking it on, depending on the hardness or the density of the floor, you want to adjust it like that. And that is how the suspension works. Now just talking about the ground clearance on this machine. So you have about 16 inches on the ground clearance on this machine. And not just that. So I'm going to talk about the comfort and convenience. And when I say that, I'm going to open the door, let you peek into the seats. So your ground clearance is about 16 inches. When you're on this machine, you're almost about 3 feet above the ground. So these are the racing seats. You get the racing style seat belts on it. You got about 1, 2, and 3 harnesses. So you get 3 major harness points on it with a heavy duty buckle. Check it out. So make sure you're wearing this if you're going through high terrains, if you're going through deep mudding, or if you're gonna get it over 50 miles an hour, because you want to make sure you're riding it safely. And then as far as the seat goes, you can adjust it in many panels. It's very cushiony. Sorry about that noise, guys, but it's very cushiony. You can take it off, you can adjust it all the way forward, you can get it all the way back, or you can replace it with anything that you might want to put on, just like in a car. So it's a bucket style seating, almost grabs you, hugs you from the back, makes it super comfortable to ride. And I think I already told you this, but you can adjust the steering wheel. That's on most of our side-by-sides. So you can adjust this using the knob in the back. It tilts up and down, and you do get a handlebar lock just in case you want to lock it if you're going for camping or whatnot. And that is that. So it sits up pretty high. You literally have to climb into this machine. If you guys are not as athletic, you definitely want to put your right leg first, grab onto this grab bar, and then pull your body weight into the seat. So talking about the wheels, you get 15 inches of aluminum made rims on it, racing style. See how sturdy this is, or this looks, and 29 inches on the wheels. Let me double check. So 29 10 by 15 ATT or AT off-road tires on it, and in the front it's probably thinner but the same size. Let's double check that. So you get about 29 8 by 15, so it's like just 2 inches thinner in the front, and the back wheels are mostly wider, so you get more traction on it. Makes it so much easier and well built. That's on most of our machines. And just looking at the suspension work on it, man, it's pretty amazing. Like, you can literally see everything and literally tell how deep you can get it in the mud and stuff. And you got this heavy duty framing all the way around, covers that protects you from any mud that's gonna splash. And even if you take it in deep mudding, for deep mudding or anything like that, I'm gonna show it on the other machine. So we had pretty much a small rain in the morning. So when you go through rain or any weather challenges, you get water can fill up, but you can always dump it out, drain it out using one of these plugs. So that's a drain plug right there. Pops in right away. You can take it out very easily. It doesn't need any tools or anything of that sort. So unlike many of the heavy-duty machines, you don't need the nitrous shock absorber on it. It's simply nitrous shocks in it. So that is that. And if you guys stay till the end of the video, I'm gonna discuss the details on the overall tech specs on it. I just wanted to give you a walkthrough before I started and jumped into that kind of stuff. So let's see, we talked about the ergonomics, we talked about the keyless start or that easy start ignition. If we haven't, well, you probably know most of our side-by-sides are super easy to get started, and it's fuel injected, so you're not going to have any problems trying to start this machine. Then we talked about the quantum windshield. I don't have a box in here. We don't put it right off the bat, but it does have that nice heavy-duty quantum windshield in the front. So your lighting system, you get pretty nice bright halogen lights in it. Has diamond-shaped patterns inside, just to make sure it's reflecting or refracting all the way around, like a spectrum of light. Let me actually turn it on and show it to you guys. And also has that high lumens LED light bar on the top, so you can use it for nighttime riding or anything like that. Has turn signals and hazard lights, so you can, and a horn, so you can easily get this street legal in most states. Just make sure to check it out beforehand. And that's the override, by the way, just in case you're stuck in two-wheel drive and you don't get enough time to engage the four-wheel or the lock-in differential mode. You can always turn it on or off from here. So you get yellow lighting, that's on the centerpiece. Let me put full beams. So you get 3 setup on it, off, just the on, and fully fledged lighting in it. So it's pretty bright. So this is for your vision lights, pretty much. And the light bar on the top, just in case you're riding it in the darkest of the night. So you can literally take it in any kind of woods, ranches, forest, side trails, any property or anything like that. It's super heavy duty. So that is the lighting and the rear LED brake lights. So you get LED brake lights in the back as well with the turn signals. Reflectors all the way around so anybody can see you coming in even during daytime. Similar material, and that's one of the reasons the headlight has that diamond pattern on it. And just so you know, this is powder coated too. It's just black with the red plastics on it. That's just the color theme. If you go with the black plastics with the orange frame, that's the same concept. You get powder coated frame on the top. On the bottom you get the PVC style or the PEC style rust-free painting on it, and similar other things. So these are the basics on it as far as the performance goes, the overall torque goes, the way this machine works and all, the wheels and similar specifications. Talking about tech specs, I already told you it's 1000cc, comes with a V-Twin EFI motor, fuel injected pretty much, and it's a 4-stroke machine, so you do not have to mix gas and oil. Oil goes separate just like in a car. Then your transmission still comes with that CVT belt, so it's a CVT automatic transmission with low drive, high drive, neutral, reverse, and a park mode. Suspension, that's a V-lock suspension, both front and the back with adjustable nitro shocks. So your nitrogen level can be adjusted to get the performance on it. So it can take some jumps, guys. It can really, literally take some serious jumps too. So talking about your brakes. So these are like hydraulic disc brake. You get about 256 millimeters of ventilated disc brakes. So when I say ventilated, you get this, let me show you. You get this vent on it, so you can always pull it out, lets all the air from the hydraulics go out. That way it's not getting stiff or anything like that, or if accidentally something gets in, especially air inside the tubes or whatnot, it's not gonna mess up your brake or your braking system. That's one advantage. And not just that, you get hydraulic calipers on it. It's a dual hydraulic caliper if I'm not mistaken. I did see 2 hydraulic wires running in, and these are pretty enormous sized disc brakes, so it has to be that dual caliper. So already talked about the wheels. You get good sizes on it. So overall dimension on this machine for loading purposes comes with 106 inches wide frame on it. That's from front wheel to the back. You get about 68 inches wide body frame. So that's about, let's see, slightly over, so about 5 feet and 6 inches, less than 6 feet. So it qualifies for any trails, any streets, any parks. If you guys had to register it, if you want to get a street legal or whatnot, you get all that standard features and measurements, so you're not going to be bothered by your DMV or anything like that. Overall height on this machine, so since it has pretty good ground clearance and everything, it sits up about 72 inches. That's on all the way top. So it's roughly about 6 feet tall. And this is a heavy duty machine, and you already know, even with highest quality material, with the lightest parts in it, especially on engine and those aluminum wheels and all, it is still 1,800 pounds, slightly over 1,800 pounds, and that's just your dry weight. Your gas and other stuff does add into some more pounds to it. And they designed it for like complete off-road, so you do get a big tank that goes along with this. So for A, you have a key that locks it in, and for B, you have a full protection guard that covers the gas tank, so you don't have any rusting or anything like that. I don't have a way to check it out, but I do believe it's a plastic tank if I'm not mistaken. Even if it's metal, you should be good. It's a gigantic 8.5 gallon tank. That's about 32 liters. So it'll get you going for at least 6 to 7 hours, even on full speed. And since it's liquid cooled, you're not going to be bugged by overheating or stalling this machine out or anything like that. So that is that. So let's get into the sitting space. and just a cluster on it. So other than your overall system, like and that's your lock for the override. So you can actually lock the override on this machine, unlike many other ones. That way you don't have to keep on pushing it and trying to handle it with one hand. That's going to be pretty hard if you're stuck in the mud or anything like that. Temporarily stuck in the mud, it's not going to get stuck, guys. It'll pull it out. No worries about that. So horns, turn signals, high beam, low beam, another override button. That's your temporary override. That's your hazard lights, light board. Got a cigarette lighter spot or the converter kit for chargers and stuff. You get 2 of them, one for the rider and the other one for the passenger. You get about good cup holders in it. And if you have young ones who want to ride it, you guys can like actually govern down the accelerator. There's a screw underneath that you can put on, or you can look on YouTube, like many people put screws or wood or planks and it doesn't go all the way full throttle or anything like that. The head of your screen, we already talked about it as well. You get a lockable glove box, and this is where your winch control goes. I know I said you get a remoteless winch and a button. You actually don't get a button in it. You simply get this thing that you can hook up. Also made by Runva. Just by sitting in it, you can literally tell, like if you guys are vlogging, anything like that, it's very easy to do. You get pretty sweet keys for the front cover, and that's a set of keys. That's the keys for your ignition. And you can also put an optional button on it, like a starter button. Right now it's directly connected to the key, so you don't have to worry about it draining out the battery or anything like that. You get a whole assembly and operating instruction just on your winch. Make sure to check that out if you don't want to mess up your winch. You get rated pulling capacity depending on what winch you get and what kind of rope you get, and depending on what kind of terrain and what kind of machine you're pulling. Please make sure to check that so your winch doesn't snap on you or anything like that. You got a whole owner's manual in it. Make sure to go over it, guys. It's very simplified. Tells you all the way from the seat belts to the bolts in it. So that is that. Yeah, make sure to give it a read. It's worth it, guys. You can always scan it and get the wiring diagram, vehicle wire diagram, and similar. That's just for the engine. That's for the vehicle wire diagram. So people who are talking trash about these brands, just make sure to do your research before you even speak about it. Many people who throw in bad comments and stuff, they don't really ever own a UTV. They just want to talk trash about it. And this is priced at just 13 grand, $12,999 before taxes, assembly, prep, or anything like that. But we do ship nationwide. And we do finance these with as low as 0 down, and Aodes always has some promotions like 0 APR for 60 months, or maybe 3.99, 6.99 for 60 months, 72 months. Just make sure to ask us about the promotions before you guys apply on it or whatnot. So that's the basics on it. We're gonna take it for a spin, try to show you guys in the parking lot like how we can take it on different terrains and in a slow mode. I'll try to find some European videos and put it in the intro just to make it pretty attractive and spicy. If not, we're gonna attach it in the end. I'll put it on the description, so no worries, guys. So perfect for riding on the trails, hunting, farm work, desert racing. It's fully DOT compliant for any street legal activities or any registration. So that is perfect, guys. So come check it out. We're located in 2470 West Pioneer Parkway. My name is Max again. You can either call the store line, order it online at our website, www.pioneerpowersports, or you can reach me out at 817-805-0795. Just say need the Max's specials or Max discounts on it. I'll make sure to work out some free speakers, underglow lights if you guys don't really take it in the mud. If you'd rather get whip lights, I can throw in some discounts on it. Free installation on all of that. And comparing these, so that price point, by the way, if I see another comment saying it's an expensive machine, for 13 grand, you're getting a 2-seater, fully covered with a roll bar, nice seat belts, and you already saw all the industrial top quality materials on it. Just compare this with any name brand like Polaris Sportsman or the new models. They're starting at 18 grand, and you're looking at a machine that we sell for 8,500. So pricing is pretty perfect on it. We're throwing in the best financing option, and things that you cannot do on a four-wheeler, or things that you want to do in a four-wheeler, but you cannot justify getting wet in the rain, getting hit by those rocks and stuff, stones coming out on your face, holes in your helmet or anything like that. Go with the fully covered American Oats 1000 cc's. One next alternative for any ATV. You save big bucks on it by not choosing those highly promoted brand name. Self-promoted American Oats has the global recognition, has industry top quality ratings on it. It's popular in over 130 different countries. They specialize just on off-road machine because Oats is beyond roads. They've started making off-road machines for the last 30 years, 31 years now. Even big names like Hondas, they started with cars and made those ATVs, UTVs, golf carts, UTVs, and many other things later on. So once again, we got shipping nationwide, financing option with as low as 0 down and about 0 APR, depending on the promotions that you guys get. We're throwing in speakers, underglow lights, light bars, windshields, whip lights. Whip lights we can discount it, guys. Those can cost us a little bit hefty, so just make sure to check on the promotions depending on what month you're getting it, what year you're getting it, and we'll make sure to bring it to your doorsteps fully accessorized. And this is Max signing out. Please stay tuned for the trail ride, another trail ride, test ride. All right, we got Alex coming in. He's gonna turn around. We're gonna try to show you how it runs. You can pretty much hear the sound on the machine. Sorry, I'm mic'd up, so might not hear the sound as well. Picks up pretty fast. He made a turn real quick. So given that it's a 1000 cc's, you still get a slightly lower wheelbase on it. So it's very easy to turn. We haven't tried it in low drive or 4x4 or anything like that. It's just a regular high drive mode in a low speed. For mountaining and all, see how well the suspension does. You won't feel anything inside. Looking at the outside, all the wheels will balance themselves out. The suspension will come into play. And man, those twin brother muffler, that's pretty loud. Good brakes. That's a dual caliper, so it brakes pretty instantly. If you wanted to do burnouts and donuts, it's very easy to do. We're not gonna tear up this machine. It's brand new, yet to be sold. And we've shipped out many of these units, so getting this close to your doorsteps, that is not gonna be an issue. Man, I love the sound of that brake. Quick and easy. EPS makes it super quick. We're located next to Lisa's Chicken. Pioneer Powersports, guys. Come check it out. We're open 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, that's the POV. We're on high drive with no four-wheel drive or anything like that. Okay, we're on four-wheel drive right now. About 25 miles an hour. Feels pretty fast, guys. 65 plus. That's pretty fast, guys. We're not like racing it on a highway inside a car. We're talking about an open UTV. This does come in handy, the classic O-shoot bar.